Exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
We're starting off mostly clear as far as the skies are concerned, but there is some light patchy fog that has been developing across the areas. Visibility has been obscured a bit. Radar itself not tracking anything other than some moisture content. That's really the shades of green that we're seeing. There's not a whole lot of surface features at work other than just being moisture rich and also still getting hot for the afternoon. But if you look for the upper levels, you can see a lot of different things going on, and that's what's really been causing this kind of unsettled weather for the parts of the afternoon hours, allow for that gusty wind threat we saw yesterday. And it's still not fully out of the loop again for this afternoon with more patchy showers and thunderstorms. Well, starting off mostly in the upper 60s, Monroe 67, 66, Rosendale, El Dorado, also 68 between Camden and Monticello. Dew points, no surprise, all of them sitting in the mid to upper 60 range, so still moisture rich, and with the ground still wet and calm winds, you can see visibility getting a little obscured in a couple places. Now, Monroe has actually improved here in Ouachita Parish, but even Camden and Vicksburg still just down to about 2 to 3 miles. Bus up forecast, we will see patchy showers, thunderstorms again for the afternoon hours. We start pushing back to our mid 90s. It's still going to be hot, still going to be humid with heat index as high as 100 to 102, so still be careful and safe in that regard, and rain chances still linger really throughout the rest of the week and becoming more scattered as we kind of head into the weekend and linger through next week on Monday, Tuesday as we kind of kick off the first official week of fall. So once we go into the evening hours, mostly isolated storms are possible once again with the current upper level flow pattern, and then as we go towards the late week, there is a cold front back to the west and northwest, and we'll start to move to the east, and we might find ourselves kind of on the tail end of it, so we could definitely see a chance for more scattered activity with this frontal boundary to the northwest by Friday going into Saturday. And of course, with these thunderstorms this evening, with the temperatures still reaching mid upper 90s, lots of moisture present, again, there's still that chance for a gusty wind threat, but these storms are still patching isolated. It's kind of hard to pinpoint what precise location will be under threat, because it's really just safe to say if you're in northeast Louisiana, you have a chance to see it, and even South Arkansas, but really I would expect any type of strong thunderstorm development, more than likely, will be south I-20 corridor, as we've already kind of had the area worked over in southeast Arkansas and areas along and north of I-20 that we saw yesterday. As far as rainfall totals, looking like we might see higher amounts further to the south and southwest. Like I said, will be the best chance for maybe some strong thunderstorms. Quick look at the tropics. We do have 2 clusters of storms, one becoming a bit more organized in the central Atlantic. Moving to the northwest, we'll be tracking that closely. Could become a tropical depression before the week is out. And then another cluster just off the coast of Africa, which will move to the west, and we'll be moving in a similar environment that this current cluster is. So we'll be watching that also as we close the week out. Now tonight we fall to lower 70s, still remaining mild. Through tomorrow we'll be in the mid 90s, still going to be hot and humid, and then temperatures kind of gradually start cooling to lower 90s. Over the weekend we might have a few places just sit in the upper 80s for highs for next Tuesday and Wednesday. Sept right back watching Fox 14 Morning News.